time we were here, we just finished the bullshit boss, which was Golden Capital Zone.
Oh my god, this is so retro.
I honestly like the rings here, but I don't think it's meant to be retro. It's meant to be a cyber city.
I know. I just love saying that
Legos.
because the fucking meme.
Honestly, these look like Legos.
Whenever it's like fucking crummy pixel art, you always say like it's so retro.
Well, don't you say that?
Yes, I say it all the time. It's so retro.
Oh.
If it's supposed to be like, isn't this look like nostalgic thing from '90s?
How you do, fellow kids? Look at these pixels. That's pretty much how I feel about when these companies try and use like retro. It's like
yeah, it's like, hello, kid from '90s. Doesn't this look like fucking thing you remember from '90s?
I do give an exemption. I do give one.
What?
The Immortal John Hancock. He develops his own games. Why can't I get up there?
It's very odd.
That is so dumb. Am I supposed to go over here? Can't get out. I can't get to that ring. All right. Jesus, I'm close too. I can't get that ring. Yeah, I can't get there. I'm actually trying to get there and I can't.
Yeah, you get really close at some point.
Yeah, I'm too short. Like Azoth, I'm just too short.
Yeah. I thought Azoth was like fucking 5, like 10.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know how tall he is.
I assume he's somewhat taller than me.
No, he thinks he's shorter than you.
No. I have a few friends who are shorter. Like my friend Azzy is like a bit shorter than me. So there's a few that are.
Not many though.
So I'm not many now. There are a few, but like I'm not the tallest one. Oh, now you're fucking a Squidward.
Squidward's fleshlight.
Yeah.
Oh no. I don't like this at all.
Well, the gameplay or just in general?
I don't like the jellyfish thing. It's too. There we go. It's too. How would I call it?
Like floaty?
Yeah, it's too floaty. Where? Oh. See, if I wasn't playing Sonic 1, that would have killed me.
True.
Up here, I see it. Field. Probably what you need for this fucking... Here. There's something over here. That's fucking it. Ring. So, Chappie, you never really gave an explanation as I reviewed the footage. You never really gave an explanation to what, in your opinion, is the worst Mario game.
Oh, I believe I stay... to be fair, it's kind of hard to say what is the worst one. I mean, if you wanted to...
Besides doing stereotype.
I know you don't want me to answer, like, the fucking, Hotel Mario. I know you don't want me to.
Because you never played it.
Chances are I probably might never play it, but,
Emulator.
True. Yes.
You can emulate almost anything.
Emulators are fucking gone now!
They're not gone. Where do you get the gone part?
I don't know, but like I think the main one. I like they're not.
What main one is gone?
Citra.
You know it's already mirrored on other sites, right? Already back up.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Because you're not in the emulating scene.
Really? It's because I'm afraid of getting like a fucking virus on my laptop.
How many times have I told you I will give you stuff?
I don't know. I'm just worried because my laptop is expensive as hell.
What's expensive? I already know what it
is. What is it? Oh, you're a Banui.
No.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. It looks like a bunny from like a certain angle. I don't know why.
No. Okay, that squeaking noise is getting old real fast. Oh, okay. One of these. Oh, I thought I was stuck for a second. Oh, some places won't let me go. I couldn't go back down. It wouldn't let me go back down. Okay. But Chappie, out of all the Mario games you played, which one did you not enjoy?
There are a few I do not enjoy. Part of me feels like I would like to say some of the new Super Mario Brothers games, like particular
What?
New Super Mario Brothers U.
People prefer that
Um,
one though.
really? Huh.
I've
I
seen
don't know.
a
It just
lot
felt
of
very
love for that one.
stale. I mentioned 3D World is not my favorite one because it just out of the 3D Mario games, it just came off as very stale to me.
Why did it come off stale?
I don't know. It just felt too safe, I guess. It just didn't really. I just felt like it didn't quite like do the same things like Galaxy or Sunshine did, which they kind of like challenged what a Mario game could be.
So essentially, you believe they innovated. Those games innovated
Yeah,
the series.
yeah, yeah. I
You
would
could
definitely
you
would
could
like,
technically argue.
especially.
You could technically argue that new Super Mario Brothers stuff innovated the series as well.
I guess.
Because
I don't know.
people have made that argument.
It just felt too very like just copy paste to me. It just didn't really have as much personality. I prefer the Galaxy and Sunshine game personally.
Why do you prefer
Uh,
those?
because they just genuinely did a lot more with Mario. If you ask me,
What did they do specifically? Because I never played those games.
You did play Sunshine, I think, at least once.
I never played Sunshine.
Oh, I thought you did at one point, but
I said I never
well,
played
like
that.
Sunshine, I just like the whole aesthetic of Sunshine. I mean, there are problems with it, but the one game I would say that is definitely I really like are the Mario Galaxy games. They're just genuinely fun. They're just genuinely fun. They're good. They're actually good 3D platformers. They're not too challenging. Because I will admit, Sunshine does have some bullshit moments in it.
Like what? Like what, for example? I'm honestly asking because I've never played it.
I think the one bullshit moment from Sunshine for me would have to be like the pachinko level would be one. So what it's called. It's the fucking like.
Pachinko
That is
sounds like a
one of
ripoff of The
them.
Price is Right.
Does, but it. I mean, Price is Right. I think it was Price is Right. Actually, I think they did kind of have a pachinko
Oh,
like machine. Oh my god!
oh,
I couldn't get that fucking onion ring.
it does look like
Looks like an onion ring.
It does look like one. But you didn't. But you like Sunshine because of its innovation, right?
I like its innovation. I like the different art style they go for with some of the enemies.
I saw a cigarette
Because
ring real quick.
I like some of the art style they use for different enemies. Personally,
Well,
there's
I
a
just
lot.
like the Delfino Square thing. I thought that was unique for the game.
Yeah, I like that too, and also voice acting, which is perfect for a Mario game. I don't know. I know people don't like voice acting. I personally do. It gives it more character, and I love the shitty voices.
Well, some people like it, some don't.
I just kind of prefer it over. I kind of prefer it over than Bowser just going and actually having a voice. I just prefer that. That's just me.
I
That's
saw
just
the
me though.
yeah, I saw the onion ring.
Like I just prefer that they can have voices.
Some people like it. I know some people like it. So what can you do, really?
And also I just like how they fucking gave some enemies like different appearances and stuff rather than just going with the same Goomba or Koopa. They just kind of decided to do like different things. Odyssey did something similar, which I really loved Odyssey a lot. It's a shame though that they didn't really that nothing really came out of it though with Nintendo because Nintendo just kind of ignored it afterward.
How did Nintendo ignore Odyssey?
Oh, like after launch, like none of the stuff that came from Odyssey was ever like seen again.
That a good or bad thing?
A bad thing because they just went to fucking stale. like New Super Mario Brothers shit for a while. I have not played Wonder yet, but I've heard good things about it.
I heard Super Mario Wonder repeat some of the formula from like the old, like new Super Mario Brothers. What I've
Well, of
seen.
course, it's a 2D Mario, but I am mostly curious on.
But
I think
you
I'm
just gotta
most
talk. There's literally no one here
okay.
except me, so why do you
I
stutter?
know. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't played it yet, but I do think that definitely going with a weirder take on Mario is like what it needs. Something like that.
I'm not sure on that because Mario has its established audience that are used to new Super Mario Brothers. That
I know,
formula.
but I just feel like New Super Mario Brothers is just fucking stale. That's just my opinion.
Well, some people think it's stale, some people enjoy it. Like, I know some people didn't like about Super Mario Wonder that you can't grief in that game.
Yeah.
Not yet, they completely took it out of the game. Like, that was from the start. They forced the metal. I want an onion ring. That's what I want. I get recorded. But,
Oh, you could attack him. This is scary.
what?
I was like wondering. Apparently, you could attack as a squid.
Uh-oh. Playing Geometry Dash over here.
Oh man, it does kind of look like just like with the fucking pixels.
Apparently this is also a one-act zone. Oh. Probably why it's long.
Makes sense.
Uh-oh. Something happened. Ooh, no. I'm doing this. Aw. This level. Are you gonna rehash your Carnival Night where he hits the floor? That is 100% a Sonic Generations model.
You know, it doesn't surprise me they bring.
I thought I did.
My cat's was just staring at me for a bit.
What?
My cat was just staring at me for a bit.
What's your favorite Sonic game to play?
Part of me would like to say, there's not a bit. I actually enjoyed CD, but I would like to say my favorite in general would probably have to be like probably the adventure games. I would say like Sonic Adventure 1. I enjoyed.
You prefer Sonic Adventure 1 over Sonic Adventure 2?
I like Sonic Adventure 2 also, but I was gonna say I do.
But
Like
which
that
you
would be a very.
prefer the 2? Because that's a very controversial Sonic the Hedgehog opinion. If you like Sonic Adventure 1 over 2, you are considered a minority opinion.
I like both of them, honestly. It's kind of hard to say.
I prefer Sonic Adventure 1. I've said that plenty of times. I don't really go into detail why, mainly because the Sonic fans will hang my ass on a rope if I say why. But, I prefer Sonic Adventure 1 because I like the ability of the multiple characters to choose essentially what I want to do after Sonic's story.
It's fair. That's another thing I did like about it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I'm
Oh, I'm
a
supposed to
lot
hit
more
him.
opinionative when it comes to like other franchises like Pokemon. That's where I have like very strong opinions. Like very controversially strong opinions.
I hit you.
Like
Oh,
again,
he's in a. Alright. But which Pokemon series do you think is the worst? Like which generation? With no
there
bias.
are two generations in particular I'm not very fond of. I would like to say, but I think my least favorite generation of all the 9 would be Generation 6.
What generation? What games is that again?
XY.
Why don't you like that one?
For me, XY just came off as disappointing at the time. There's like, but that's just like one of the reasons. It was just disappointing for me, as I feel like Generation 5 was kind of the peak of the franchise.
I think it was the peak.
Yeah, because is Generation 5 my favorite generation? No, but but to me it was kind of peak, as in like, it felt like the climax of the franchise in general, in terms of like, the quality was actually, as Gen 5 had a lot of quality to it.
Well,
Like there were
I never really played Black and White thing. I never really played it.
with Black White, I liked the region that they introduced.
They get a ring.
I personally like the region that was introduced in Black White. I also liked how they introduced like about over 150 new Pokemon.
Was Black and
The
White? Wasn't that the game that introduced like the Pokewatch thing into the game?
Pokewatch?
Like
Are you talking...
the thing Dawn wore that they put on part of the bottom of the
Oh,
screen.
that's on Diamond Pearl.
Oh.
I really like Diamond Pearl a lot. That one's one of my favorite generations.
Isn't that part of Generation 5?
That's Generation 4.
That just shows you how much I don't understand. Like, again, I started with Generation 3.
Oh, Generation 3 is also, like, I struggle a lot with which one's my favorite, whether it's 3 or 4, because I have a lot of nostalgia for both of them, but I tend to always come back to Generation 3 more often.
I enjoyed 3 because, to me, I would say there's a lot more freedom.
Fair enough.
Well, because Generation 3, you can... To me, you like, if you truly want to, like... For example, start with a fire Pokemon. You can start with that.
That's true. Generation 4, it does have problems. I was gonna say, like... I think my main issue with 4 was that, again, there's not as... You can't... Your team is pretty much gonna be almost the same. You can't really have, like... You can't really, get too creative with your Pokemon team, which you could in Generation 3.
Technically, you can't. Die. Apparently, his insta-kill laser didn't kill me. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that.
I went right through the laser, did not kill me.
But I tend to go back to Generation 3 because it's just a lot more simpler to me. It is a game. It's just very friendly to come back to. But I would also say I have a lot of nostalgia for Generation 4. So Generations 3 and 4, I love them both equally, essentially. But I tend to come back to 3 more often.
Really? Jesus Christ. There.
Although although I feel like Generation 5 was a peak, as they introduced, particularly what I would have to say would be one of the largest regions in a Pokemon game. The Unova region, which is supposedly based off of, New York, New Jersey.
That was supposed to be off New York, New Jersey?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
They didn't do a good job. I've been to those states.
You said you haven't been to them since you were like a fucking kid.
I still, you know I have a thing called pictures, right?
Yes, fair enough. I think the only, like, place I've been to that actually got made into a Pokemon region would be England.
Well,
to be honest.
England is England.
So Galar, I guess, would be technically the only Pokemon region I would have visited in the real world.
I went right through that.
I do wish they'd make a California region or a Mexico region, but I highly doubt.
Didn't you already get a Mexico region with?
No, we did not. It was fucking Spain.
No, don't yell.
Sorry.
Kick you out the call.
Sorry, but yeah, it is not a Mexico region. We never did get one, and we probably won't.
Well, the thing is, you gotta realize mainly with Pokemon, but mainly it's Japan as well.
Mhm.
Japan might not just want the region.
That's true. I've noticed that a lot of the more regions recently have been more European based, which is fine, but I've kind of part of me is like I don't want any more European regions, at least for Generation 10. Please have it be Australia or something.
Obviously, the marketing team at Nintendo disagrees.
I would personally like to see either Australia or California.
Hey, California, they've done enough. They technically already did New York and New Jersey, so why visit America again?
I mean, why? Because it's just different side, and also I would like to see the place where I grew up as a Pokemon region. I just think that'd be pretty neat.
I don't know how would they approach California? How would they approach
I
it?
feel like it would. I feel like it'd be
Like, would they
approachable.
focus on like a city aesthetic from like Los Angeles or?
I feel like Los
Wow, that's
Angeles would
fucking
obviously be.
horseshit.
I feel like Los Angeles would obviously be the largest city. I feel like that's sort of Pokemon League would be similar to how they handled it with Galar.
If they truly want to go a California route, make the entire state or region. You like use your
Yeah,
mountains
the
as like your
entire
ice, like use your mountain as your ice, like use San
exactly.
Francisco as the water. Was it a Bay Area?
That's exactly what I had in mind was uh, the entire state as a region.
Like if you want like
I
a gambling aesthetic, like potentially
Yeah, I was
use
thinking
like LA,
Vegas.
like you could technically use the entire Midwest or
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
and Western
also.
coast as like a region, like you said, like if you want a desert area which could be used strictly for travel, Arizona, Nevada, if you want like a gambling motif like we had like
Actually,
in Generation 3.
Arizona technically, fun fact, Arizona technically has a Pokemon region. It just might not be considered part of the main. It's just not considered part of the mainline canon.
What in the hell was that?
I have no idea, but Arizona does technically have a Pokemon region, just not in the mainline canon. The
Well,
region of Ore
then
in
it
the
doesn't
Coliseum games.
then it doesn't count. It's not the canon game. I only count canon game.
No.
Well, everyone
Oh,
else
okay.
usually does.
That's true. I just tend to say it as a fun fact.
Just hugging the edge of the screen. It seems to be working. What I don't like is the goddamn hitbox on this fucking robot.
But yeah, I was thinking that if they ever did like a California region, I don't know, maybe DLC would introduce like Nevada that would probably have like Vegas as the battle frontier. I feel like that'd be a good excuse to bring it back.
Look at
I think
that!
that was a bunch of bullshit.
I know what the boss is doing. It's just the fucking hitboxes.
I know.
It's like you hit the guy. It's like you hit him, then it immediately moves to the right, throwing you in the bottomless pit. Hope you have a fucking stroke like Jack does. He still
Oh
thinks
yeah.
he still says nothing's wrong. He still thinks that he pretty much said on
Yeah.
his channel that August a Duck lied.
Oh, about the fucking doxing?
Yeah, I think someone.
He did dox.
I think
He
it
did
was. I think
fucking
it was.
dox.
I think it was.
Or he told his son. Probably told his son to do it.
Because Jack
Do it,
is
hurry.
not the best online when it comes to using the internet.
I mean,
Like,
the fucker believes in conspiracy theories. I don't blame him.
well,
He's
Jack.
silly in it.
Well, Jack claimed that he had to look up what doxing meant. He pulled a sniper wolf. He literally did an hour-long live stream on his YouTube channel.
What sucks is that he obviously got away with it too.
Oh well, people in his comment section are talking about it.
Or feels like he, comes off or feels like he did. I don't know.
Well, I think he got away with it because of a stroke, but people aren't using that anymore as like a scapegoat, I would say.
The only reason why he has why I was gonna jokingly say the only reason why he has a stroke is because God wanted to give him barriers. I don't know why. I just thought that was.
Apparently, I had to hit Eggman with this fucking robot here. Oh, this is the final boss. I think it's the final boss.
I don't think so.
I didn't see that.
I hope they give you a checkpoint, please.
Nope.
Oh my god.
One of these, it's a mook rush. One of these.
They should have at least given you a checkpoint.
Yeah? One of these.
That sucks.
I didn't see the robot arm. I didn't see it. How the hell are you supposed to see it?
No idea.
At least we know how the boss works. So. The issue is just the hitbox on this thing is fucking awful. I don't think there's a timer anymore. I think they got rid of the whole timer shit with Sonic Mania. Even they realize it's a bunch of horse shit because the biggest issue with Sonic Mania was the timer, especially with Titanic Monarch Zone. I don't know if you ever played Titanic Monarch Zone or heard of what it does. If in Titanic Monarch Zone, if you lose to the final boss, you start the entire stage over. You would just barely have enough time to finish that stage as it is with a 10-minute time limit.
Jesus. I'm guessing that must mean it's the Dark Souls of Sonic.
Sonic Mania is also the final boss, like the secret ending boss, you know what I mean? With, like... What was it? You know how you get the super almost like a Sonic 3 Knuckles, you get Doomsday Zone?
Mm-hmm.
But if you die in Doomsday Zone, right? You don't have to deal with, you know, if you die, you just start over.
Yeah.
Not in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Or not in Sonic Mania. Sonic 3 and Mania, right? How is that fair?
Yeah, that wasn't fair at all.
I get hit once and I die. No, it's 35 for not. This isn't even the final zone. I can accept this. This is the final boss. But as a fucking one zone boss, I don't think this is fair. I don't know what you think. I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, it was not fair, honestly.
I die because I didn't get it. See, look at the ult. Look at that apparently instant laser. Doesn't even kill you. They not even put a hitbox in it?
They might have not.
Like, this game received... Like, I got to update this game because I had an update as of a couple days ago. Which means they're still fixing shit in this game.
Because Sega's fucking... Or Sonic... I don't know. Sega's just lazy. Or
No, it's not they're lazy. They just don't have good quality control.
They're like Game Freak.
Yep, I have to die. You have to get that first part perfect.
I said, they're basically just like Game Freak, essentially.
Or shield or anything over here. Why would you say Game Freak? Why Sega's the game is comparable to Game Freak?
Because they both have very popular franchises, yet they can't. Yet sometimes they just can't do them right, and the fan bases are just as toxic.
Well, some of the Sonic fan base is, some isn't.
The same with the Pokemon fan base.
Well,
Some of them.
The thing is, when it comes to the Sonic fan base, especially online, the minority speaks for the majority.
Same with the Pokemon, and the Pokemon fan base is very similar. I'll just say that much. They're very similar.
I see some of you crybabies on there.
Oh yeah, but the Pokemon fan base can be very toxic though.
I think it always has. Look at that!
So, you know when the Pokemon fan base was at its worst, though? During Sword and Shield.
I thought Sword and Shield.
I actually enjoyed it, believe it or not.
You enjoy that, like one of the worst games considered by fans, but you don't like X and Y.
It's because XY, I was just, again, I've stated that I don't hate X and Y as much anymore, but
Well,
it was
you actually
just...
watched my playthrough.
Yes, and I'm definitely interested in going back and... I'm definitely planning on playing it all, Well, I'm going back to XY before Legend ZA comes out.
I guarantee you people are now going to pick up X and Y like cheap online or through another.
X and Y were never.
Aren't
X
they
and Y
like
were never
$1?
really expensive.
I
X
think
and Y were never really expensive. I think they're like about $50, $60 online.
I think it's less than that. 'Cause I've seen some people on like Facebook Marketplace sell for like $20, $25.
Well, then again, it's mostly also probably due to the fact that it's not really. I think it also might just be the fact that there's never really been much of a demand for that particular game. As, again, it's been seen as like probably the weakest of the franchise.
I don't like this boss.
Although I've
That's a
stayed for
hitbox. Sega, what's a hitbox?
a shitbox.
This robot looks ugly. Honestly, it reminds me of a cheap robot toy.
It does. I think you're actually supposed to like design the robot yourself. With some of the medals that you get.
I think you can.
Like you can essentially make it like Metal Sonic or whatever.
Oh, you can customize your character. Oh, that.
Yeah,
one.
that's that's
Well,
what you
because
can
you
customize.
said robot.
Yeah, that's what you can customize.
I don't like this like at all. I feel like I'm gonna mess up. I think I have to hit him. I'm supposed to hit him towards Eggman. Yeah. There's one wrong move and you're out. I don't like that it destroys shit, in front of you where you can't see. Like this. Like I barely avoided that.
Okay, yeah, I think it's the timer doesn't affect because you went past 10 already.
I could have told you that.
No, I just like
Ooh.
just
I somehow did it. I don't know how. I'll take it though.
yeah,
Supposed to
luck.
go. So this is the real one. He somehow did it by sheer luck. I was going to die, but I hit him at just the right frame.
Only got a pair.
Got a fruit. Just no bonus. I have to play as... I showed off one of the character selections. We'll eventually get to Tails and Sonic. We'll eventually get there.
You don't know anything about anything anymore. You don't know what you're talking about when you talk to me. Why won't you just shut up and keep your opinions to yourself? No one wants to hear that answer. Why don't you go kill yourself? La, 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 la.